Ooh, I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Ooh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Ooh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a fool fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Ooh, I tell her, yeah. And she gon' work that round. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. No more phone be blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she in next the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she move, she be cousin static. I be straight up like an addict, might be coming at it. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it now, I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, told her wait right here. I'll be back one sec, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, then you know what's next stage. You been rockin' with an all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a frost star, baby. Packing out the seat, this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a fool fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, yeah.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the please. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience and the pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing you. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we win. winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream. Every single weekday, right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We showed the chart too early, guys. We let it all out at first. We don't want to do that in the beginning of the stream. But anyway, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Frankie Candles live stream right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guys, we got a lot of interesting stuff to look at here, guys, as we are seeing some potential signals, or one potential signal in particular. There's a couple of them that I'm looking at that could potentially give us a little bit of a pump here on Bitcoin. And by a little bit of a pump, I think maybe it could be a large pump. And not only are there some signs on Market Cypher B, there are also some things that we're going to go back to 2020, right? Yeah, 2020. We're going to pull some fractals from the previous bull market. I want to compare them on the higher time frames. There's a specific part of price action from 2020 that I'm looking at that looks very, very similar to this. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean that, the fractal's just going to play out like it did last time, but the timing is super, super close. The fractal looks almost exactly the same, and now we're also starting to see Market Cypher B start to cock to the upside here. Now, obviously, we do still have the weekly red dot, which, if it is going to confirm, will confirm on Sunday night. But as we've been saying, pretty much since we got the big breakout of all-time highs, you have to take those bearish signals with a grain of salt, but at the same time, you can't completely ignore them, so I will touch on those very briefly. But really, I want to cover more of the bullish case today in case we do get a pump out of nowhere here. But obviously, I will cover both the bullish and the bearish case. I'll let you guys know which way I'm leaning, and then talk to you guys about how I'm actually handling the price action as far as the trades go. So shout out to everybody watching right now. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Smash that like button, guys. Every 100 likes we get gives you guys some free chances to win some free Solana and Cardano. If we get 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream, I will be adding another $100 to the Solana giveaway at Tony D. I'm not 100% sure how many. I don't think we hit the like goal yesterday, but we did hit it a few times today. So we're giving away a few $100s in Solana as well as some Cardano. So yeah, smash up that like button if you have not already. If we get another 1,000, we will add another 100 of Solana to that giveaway, or maybe we'll do some Frankie Candles hats potentially. I don't know. Maybe we'll take a poll and see what you guys want. But shout out to Tyler Durden in the chat, said $300. Oh, there we go. Shout out to Tyler Durden. $300 in Sol so far. And then, yeah, we will turn it into $400 in Solana potentially if we hit 1,000 likes, unless you guys want the hats. Who knows? We'll give away like 3 or 4 three to 5 hats. I don't know what we'll do. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Here we got Rad Capital in the chat. Long time no see, bro. I'm just kidding. He was in the premium live stream. What is going on, bro? We got Mike Vito in the chat. Jay Violet, Al Jr., Crypto Owl. Let's see, Crypto Billy in the chat. We're going to talk about Crypto Billy in just a minute here. Actually going to wait a little bit, and then we'll talk about, I got some stuff I want to talk about not regarding Crypto Billy, I guess kind of regarding Crypto Billy, but yeah, I'll bring that up in just a second, guys. Show our mods some love, guys. You know who they are. Darren Does Things, Tyler Durden, Crypto Billy, Chemistry Bro. You guys, Captain Kirk, Crypto A9, you guys know who they are. Show them some love in the chat. Darren Does Things as well. Chaos, what is going on? Welcome in. We got Jesse, who is the like police, guys. So if Jesse tells you to smash that like button, please, for the love of God, do it. We don't care if you touch it with your elbow, headbutt it, touch it with your butt. We don't judge you. Creepily fondle it. Do whatever you need. But just definitely touch that like button. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Baba Miles said, Frankie, where do you get this energy? Shout out to Baba Miles. Tony, how funny is that, bro? I was just telling Tony how I am. I wasn't actually feeling too good today, and sometimes I do like to take the streams off when I don't feel good because I feel like the energy won't be there. I might be a little cloudy-minded, but yeah, I mean, I guess the energy is still up here. You turn these cameras and these lights on, and I get all nervous and stuff. I think that's where the energy comes from. But anyway, guys, shout out to the CandleMafia. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Crypto Muggle says, man, slow down the talking. I'm a fast talker, but you're blowing me out of the water. Shout out to Crypto Muggle. Are you from New York, bro? I feel like you might be if you're a fast talker. I feel like there's a lot of fast talkers in New York. But anyway, guys, with all that being said, it's the Cactus Moss Water. Yeah, guys, we actually got the Aztecian black coffee here, which, by the way, they always overfill here at Starbucks, guys. They always fill it to, like, the tippy top that even leaks through the lid here. But anyway, guys, let's see. Hi, I'm from Hungary. Hey, shout out to Thomas, if I read that correctly. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Hungary. That is insane. Feel better soon. Yeah, I don't think I'm sick. Shout out. Thank you for that, Mitz. I don't think I'm sick. I think I'm just a little bit run down. We got a lot going on. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I think I just might not be sleeping very good. Maybe it has something to do with drinking black coffee at 6 o'clock p.m. But anyway, guys, with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts here, guys, because we have a ton to look at here and some pretty interesting stuff. It's a little bit out of the ordinary for my typical TA. But yeah, we'll take a look at the higher time frames right now. Let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's get into it. So here we are, guys. Let me move this coffee so I can actually see the screen here. Let's take a look here. All right, so let's start off on the higher time frames. I want to start off over here on the weekly, guys, because as you know, we've been looking at this red dot on the weekly. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. We've been looking at this red dot on the weekly for quite some time. Right now, it is printing. It is likely to confirm. If it does confirm, we got about two days and 2 hours to do that. And technically, the bearish signals are here, right? Like there's some things pointing to the downside for market cipher B. I'm going to cover them very briefly, but again, I say this I'm going to say this once at the beginning of the stream. I am bullish on Bitcoin, right? I feel like I have to remind people that in the bull market because I am a trader. So sometimes when we look at the lower term time frames or the lower time frames here, right? Like even here, like we're still bullish on Bitcoin, but we look for those pullbacks, right? Because we could short these pullbacks and make money on these little ebbs and flows. But I am bullish on Bitcoin here, guys. But I will just say, weekly red dot is printing. I'm going to cover the bearish puzzle pieces first. Weekly red dot is now here on the chart. 6-day red dot is confirmed. Now, on top of that, this is really the biggest signal. It's not just the weekly red dot, guys. It's the weekly red dot with our 10-hour money flow starting to look like it may want to come into the red here, right? When you have that weekly red dot and you see that 10-hour money flow starting to look like it wants to cross over into the red, which it was looking a lot worse yesterday. Now we are actually coming back into the green here. And the money flow is going to be a little bit difficult to read here, because again, you come back over to the bull markets here, guys. You don't typically see money flow spend a lot of time in the red, right? You get the big move up here. You start your big move. You start creeping to the upside. Money flow in the 10-hour stays in the green for quite some time. I know you guys can't see that, right? You got the 10-hour money flow crossing over into the green. And then you finally get a little bit of a pullback here. Money flow fakes out into the red, and then you come right back into the green. And I do think, funny enough, that we might. This is literally the area of price action, guys, that I want to go back and pull the fractal from and explain why it looks so similar to the current price action. And again, this isn't going to be like, it's somewhat speculative. You can't just anticipate a fractal to play out just like it has in the past. But the timing, the money flow, everything looks very similar. So we are going to be careful, right? 10-hour money flow crossing into the red with the weekly red dot is a bearish signal, but we have to be careful of it being a fake out like we saw right here, right? Price just puts in a higher low, and we continue the upside. And when we start comparing the similarities here, you guys are going to be like, what the heck is going on here? But let's come back over here to the current price action. So yeah, 10-hour money flow with the weekly red dot. That's kind of the biggest bearish signal here. But again, money flow coming back up on the 10 hours, so take that for what it's worth. 8-hour money flow was in the red here, but now aggressively coming back up into the green. And here's the thing that I am looking at, and that's basically the bearish case here, guys, is really the weekly red dot with the 10-hour money flow crossover. We have to keep in mind that is potentially at play. However, 8-hour money flow was one of those signals as well, which is technically the case here. But what happened? We printed that. This is the Bitstamp chart. Let me come on over to the Bybit chart real quick. Either way, it's pretty much the same situation here. 10-hour money flow still doing the same thing as the Bitstamp chart, but our 8-hour money flow was in the red here. But what happened? We printed a red dot, we confirmed the red dot, and now we're just getting stepped on with a new green dot, right? So we got that nice little VWAP flip where it goes below the 0 line, prints the red dot, but then it instantly gets stepped on by a green dot. This is typically somewhat of a good sign, right? And this could indicate that 10-hour money flow may get a fake out into the red to come back into the green. So, and when we start comparing this price action, guys, it starts looking pretty crazy. So, but here's the bullish case, right? Like the weekly red dot, 10-hour money flow crossover, the 8-hour money flow being in the red are kind of the bearish signs, but they now look like they're getting stepped on. If we come on over to the 2-day here, guys, we have our 2-day green dot printing, and not only is the 2-day green dot printing, obviously money flow is healthily in the green here, and if we see this money flow, just the shape of this momentum wave, guys, does look like we could potentially come up and print a bearish divergence, right? And you might say to yourself, well, Frankie, if we're going to pump here, why would you even be looking for a bearish divergence? And the answer to that is, in order to print a bearish divergence, we have to come up and put a higher high in, right? So I'm kind of using the front run of that bearish signal to predict a potential move to the upside. So if we do get that, right, 2-day green dot printing, if we are going to get a push up out of here, and we are not going to get a correction back down into this range and potentially below, right, this 2-day green dot may be the thing to give it to us, right? And again, bearish divergence, if we wind up looking like we could print that, we would anticipate some kind of a break to the upside. We need that higher high on price, right? So I would be looking for that to potentially break to the upside. Now, with that being said, if we come on down here, we'll do some of these lower time frames as well. 16-hour, right? Again, money flow is technically coming out, but in a bull market, it's very easy to see this stuff come back up. And then we come on over to the 4-hour, right? We faked out into the red back here. We talked about this when it was happening. This could be a fake out into the red in a bull market. What happens? We put the higher low in. We break structure to the upside. And then we even tried to come back into the red here. What happened? We still held those higher lows, right? People say, well, Frankie, what about that wick? That wick broke market structure. No, it didn't. It's a wick, right? This still maintains bullish market structure here for the most part. We are holding higher lows here. We are in a bullish trend. And again, hashtag bull market, sometimes, even when those bearish signals are on the chart, sometimes price just wants to squeeze up, right? Now, it doesn't mean I'm completely ignoring the bearish signals, but any shorts that I take up here, which, by the way, I actually am still holding a portion of the short that we were in yesterday. I showed it. It was on Femex. I could show it again here in a minute if you guys want. But took that position, took some profit, locked it in, stop loss at break even, and I am still kind of like hovering around here. I'm like, I almost got stopped out of this, but I'm still alive. But either way, if I get stopped out, I already got my profit locked in. Yeah, like if we're not going to get this drop back into the range, guys, we could potentially look for that move to the upside. Now, again, it's not that I'm not taking the weekly red dot seriously at all. Again, like if we wound up coming down here, we get stuck under this value area high, and I will come back down to these local levels in a minute. I want to cover the fractal first, but like I'll cover just these general local levels. This is our overall range, right? Pulled from kind of where we first started this, upward consolidation, like ascending channel, right? I guess you could look at this. You could probably look at this many ways, right? But it's essentially we're just kind of grinding to the upside here, right? This is the overall range, right? If we get above here, because what is this, right? This is essentially a deviation above a value area high, right? So technically, could you potentially get accepted back in here? Yes. And if we did, value area high at about $100,000, I would say between $100,000 and $100,067 is that key level, right? Because if we get stuck underneath here, that's where we're looking for a move down to the POC, which, by the way, could get a bounce off of. But once we start losing that POC, this is where we could potentially see a bigger move to the downside, where we have our other local levels of support, which I will bring up in just a minute. We have this value area low down here at about 94,830. And then if we do wind up losing that, we're just essentially going to be looking to fill the rest of this value area down to our bigger levels of support at around $90,000 to about $88,000. But again, that's if we get accepted back into the range. But I'm going to come back to these local levels in a second because I kind of want to touch on this 2-day red dot, or 2-day green dot, I'm sorry. And I actually just had this realization, guys. Does anybody in the chat ever wonder, like, I was talking to Tony, and he was, I always say green dot, red dot. Obviously, my green dots are blue. Does anyone ever wonder, like, why does he keep saying green dot? These are green dots, guys. My blue dots are green dots. Tony D was like, you see a green dot on the 2-day? And I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? The green dot's right there. He's like, he's like, oh, that's a blue dot for me. I was like, yeah, I wonder if anyone else gets confused by that. Blue dots for me are green dots, guys. I just changed the colors here. But this price action that we're seeing right here, guys, looks very familiar, right? To be quite honest, it kind of just looks like what Bitcoin does before you get another move to the upside. It honestly looks very similar to this, right? This is not the fractal that I'm going to pull. But anytime, right, you get a big move up, you kind of wiggle up sideways, you hold those strong higher lows, and you get a squeeze back to the upside. And then, eventually we wound up coming back down, testing those highs before another massive move to the upside. But I just want to point this out, right? Like, situations like this look very much like that, right? Now, if we come back over to 2021, this area right here, guys, is not only similar structure-wise, but it is also extremely similar timing-wise, right? Back here in 2020, we obviously had October start in a very big way, right? September, we were going sideways for a brutal amount of time, kind of like what we saw happen ever since March, right? This wasn't perfect timing, but, basically all the way back, where's March? Yeah, essentially like right here, right? If you're not counting this Black Swan event, this timing back here, like right here, right? Ignoring that Black Swan event, we kind of like, if this Black Swan event did not happen, we would very likely just wiggled sideways here, right? Very long time of just going sideways for about 250 days, right? That is absolutely brutal. That was from January, so maybe let me get a little closer to March, right? So until we wound up seeing October come in, before getting that big rip to the upside, we went sideways for about 224 days, right? And then we wound up getting a massive impulse to the upside, right? This is the price action that I was actually comparing. I'm going to pull this fractal as well. This wasn't really what I wanted to talk about, but like if we just kind of pull this, right? We were comparing that fractal, right? And obviously we have to resize it here a bit to make it match. But that price action looked very, very similar to what we had happen right here, right? We kind of came in here, and again, you would have to resize it to like make it match up perfectly, but that's not really the point. We basically had very, very similar price action here, right? We kind of wiggled sideways, and then we had that big drop to the downside, Obviously, the dump on August 5th was not as aggressive as C19, clearly. But these are very, very similar structures, in my opinion, and we matched this up a lot better on a previous live stream, but these are very, very similar structures, right? You can kind of just see it. But this is kind of what made us say, hey, when you have these rounded bottoms, right? Again, ignoring this huge Black Swan event, when you have these strong rounded bottoms like this, that's oftentimes where Bitcoin likes to roar in to break all-time highs, right? And what happened here? We roared in to smash the all-time highs and really get that price discovery to come in, right? And that structure did look very similar. Again, minus this little Black Swan, like this giant drop to the downside. They are just very similar rounded bottoms like that, right? Now, that's not really what I want to talk about, but you just see how well that wound up working out, right? And what happens? Bitcoin roars up, we break the all-time high officially, and we finally, we broke it back here, obviously, but this is really where we got that strong breakout to get the real new all-time highs to come in, right? Where we finally saw $100,000 come in, which everybody was waiting for, and we just got trolled here for about, 7 months before finally getting it. Now, same thing, right? And the timing was pretty crazy, right? Because from March all the way to October, again, minus this Black Swan event, was essentially just sideways until October happened and we got the first big rip to the upside. So, if we're just going along with that, right, not that it has to play out exactly just because the timing is the same. Like, we're very likely not just going to see things play out exactly the same. That would just be too easy, right? That would be nice, but just a little bit too easy. But if we come on over here, right, October happens, we get the big breakout, we start moving up, and we finally hit an area where we start to consolidate. This is what I want to talk about, right? Because this consolidation basically started in November, right? We kind of came up, grinded to the upside, another push up, and just basically went sideways, kind of starting in November. All the way from November into about December 16th is when we got that next big candle to the upside. So I'm actually going to come over to the daily here, and I'm going to pull this fractal, and I want to bring it over to the current price action, guys, because it is extremely, extremely interesting. So let's go ahead, and I will pull this... Pull it just like this, and then I'm just going to pull it to this high for, no specific reason. I'm just going to drag it on over, bada boom, bada bing, right? So we bring this over. Look how accurate, right, or how similar this is to our current structure here. And I'm going to resize it just a little bit. Actually, you know what? I already have it pulled over here on this chart, right? This is a little bit longer time frame, right? This is obviously, I'm not expecting these targets I'm about to show, I'm not expecting to come in tomorrow or the next day, right? But it could be potentially where we're headed. So let me go ahead and pull this, right? So here we are. This is that same fractal I just pulled, right? This this fractal is very similar. And again, you're not expecting price to play out exactly like this, right? This is not like, you can't just say like, oh, this happened in the past. This is exactly what price is going to do next. But there is something to be said here about the similarity in these structures, right? This is very, very interesting to me. And it's the same area of price action, right? We got our big move up starting in November. You get the big push up, and then you start to consolidate, right? Right into when? December. Not only December, but December 16th. And again, I'm not saying that we have to pump on December 16th. It would be like impossible to call for that. If that happened, I would just consider that blind luck, right? But the timing is very similar, right? You kind of come up, you grind up during November, right? And what is happening, or November, December, you are holding those higher lows, right? Despite your bearish signals, right? Despite the bearish signals that you're getting. If we come back over here, right, what is happening? Price action is just grinding those higher lows, right? Just grinding those higher lows. And you could look here, right? We had daily bearish divergences, right? Maybe you got a little bit of a dump off the bearish divergence, but what happened? It wasn't a mega bearish signal, right? It wasn't calling for a massive trend to the downside, right? All it did was give us that bounce off into the higher low before squeezing another big rip up, which actually I didn't even line this up. But you come into this pocket of red spider lines. I didn't even pay attention to this at first, but this is actually very interesting. You have somewhat of an ascending triangle formation here as well, right? Where you have somewhat of a flat top of resistance with higher lows developing within the triangle. This is a bullish pattern. Typically, you'll hit your head, put in a higher low, hit your head, put in a higher low, and then eventually price coils up and squeezes to the upside. And this inevitably right into this red pocket of spider lines. Again, not something I was looking at before. I just noticed that. But very similar to what we're seeing happen here, right? You have somewhat of a flat level of flat top of resistance. We have our Fibonacci extension level. We also have these spider lines, which are acting as resistance, like horrifyingly perfect, right? Flat top of resistance, higher lows on your price, right? Could potentially see this if this ascending triangle breaks out, if you want to consider an ascending triangle, and we squeeze above these spider lines. Where's our next major target in the long term? Well, if we zoom out, right? Actually, let me get that fractal back. I don't want to lose that. Right? If we do wind up squeezing out of here, the next major resistance, now obviously we have local resistance as well, which we will take a look at in just a minute. We have local targets. I'm not expecting an instant teleportation up here, but guys, if we were to see this play out in the more bullish case, and we break out here, timing is almost perfect. Not that it really means that much, but I just thought it was interesting. This is why I love TA, because sometimes you do see this stuff play out. But what happens? If we get that impulse, the next major target that we've been looking at for the longest time is our next Fibonacci extension level, sitting between 137 and 155K. And again, I'm not expecting this to happen over the weekend or in the next 2 days. This is going to take, if we were to see this, it would take, at least, a month, if not more, to get up there. And this is speculative, right? I'm not saying there's we're guaranteed to come up here because of some secret signal or anything like that. But it is very, very similar. And if we are truly in a parabolic bull run and those weekly red dots are going to get stepped on and that money flow crossover on the 10 hour is going to get stepped on like we've seen in the past, right? Like we've seen in the past. Come back over to the 10 hour here, right? Those bearish signals do not play in a bull market. They fake out into the red before coming back into the green. And again, there's that fractal squeezing into your pocket of red spider lines. Come on over here if we're going to see that same thing, right? 10-hour money flow fakes out into the red right here. We're already back in the green. Could that potentially give us the squeeze to the upside to target eventually our next spider line / Fibonacci extension target, which sits between 137 and about $155,000. And what is running through this level? I just realized just now. These two red spider lines, which is hilarious because it's the same thing that happened back there. We got the pop to the upside right into those red spider lines. And again, I'm not saying it's going to happen right now. It might not even happen at all, right? There's a bearish case as well. Maybe those weekly red dots play out and we get a move back down to the bottom of this range and potentially lower. That's a potential possibility as well. But with that 2-day green dot, I think this is the best chance, if any, that we have to see Bitcoin squeeze out of here, right? And the specific levels I'd look to break is really to get above this spider line. Come attack this high, get above these spider lines, and there's not much resistance ahead of us, right? And again, I will show the local levels. There are some levels, right? But for the most part, the next macro target would really be up in this Fibonacci zone, right? This Fibonacci extension zone / spider line pocket, which is literally exactly what we saw back here, right? Same thing. You hold those higher lows, right? I'm not going to pull up the 10-hour to save time, but that 10-hour money flow was crossing over into the red, but we finally squeezed to the upside, and we came into this red pocket of spider lines. That's not really significant, right? That just happened to be the next level of resistance. But you get that big rip up, right? And timing-wise, December 16th is really when we started to get that breakout, and then this is the 2-day, so the candles condense here. We get the big impulse to the upside. We kind of hang out around here before getting that bigger move up, right? So this is something that I just saw on the charts here, guys. Timing, fractal, looks very similar. Now, is it, are we likely to get something different to play out? In my opinion, yes. I don't think it's going to play out exactly like that. It would be very, very nice if it did, though. If it did wind up playing out just like that, it would be very, very nice. But like, you cannot argue that it is literally the same situation here. Ascending triangle, higher lows, you're at the same point of the cycle, you're up against a flat level of resistance, and spider lines, you break out, and that's your next target, in my opinion. In the long term, right? This is a month. It'd take a long time to get up there, right? There's not going to just be a Lambo candle up there. Now, you might say to yourself, well, Frankie, if we're not going to Lambo candle up there, what are those next close levels of resistance? And that's what I want to go over. But I just wanted to cover that because if we're going to see that happen, actually, let me see the let me come on over to the 2-day and just kind of compare that as well, right? It was a very similar situation here, guys, right? Like this is so similar. I can't unsee this, right? Green dot printing, I would have said the same thing here. I would have said, hey, this green dot looks like we may be able to print some kind of a bearish divergence on the 2-day, which would call for a break of structure of these highs. Into this key level at 20,900, 21K, get above there, I'd look to come in here. That would be my prediction here. If we were going to break the highs, this would be your best bet. And you wound up getting it, right? Same thing in the current price action. If we're going to get it, I don't see a better time to do it than right now. And I'll argue that potentially this 2-day green dot may look even a little bit better. Right now, I'm not just like buying a bunch of Bitcoin right now based off this, because this could obviously, if you're new here, right, when it comes to the charts, they're not going to be 100% correct all the time, right? So this could just as easily get stepped on, and the weekly red dot can play out. But it does look very similar, and I think if we are going to break this high and see the bullish case play out, this 2-day red dot, which has 46 minutes to confirm, is the thing to watch in my opinion, right? So there you go. That's what I'm looking at in the long term. Those are the next major targets, right? Can we see that? I think it will take time to hit, 137K. Maybe it happens quicker than we think, because there are bearish signals. But I want to talk about some of those local levels of resistance that we have above. So again, like that move is very far away, but you can see how quickly things move when they start to move on Bitcoin, obviously. But let me go ahead and hide this. I want to talk about some of the next key levels, which we actually talked about yesterday. But I do just want to cover them very briefly, right? So I pull up my fib right here, pull up our Fibonacci extensions, right? Our next key level, in my opinion, locally, like as a trader, right? That's kind of what I just went over is more long-term, more something I would be looking at to anticipate the longer-term moves for my spot bags, right? I'm not making trades based off of that, right now. I'm not saying 2-day green dot take along, right? Obviously. Because locally, if we take a look at the local price action, right, like we're technically at resistance. Maybe we have a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders here, right? Not that I would make a decision based off an arbitrary pattern like that, but, there is something to be said there. I don't just ignore trading patterns. But if we did wind up getting a break up here, the next key level of resistance to get above, and in my opinion, if we come up to attack these highs, these previous all-time highs, which are sitting at about 104,645, this is the last level, right? Like this is the last chance you have to potentially get something like what we had here, right? You come up, you take the high, you get a failed auction to come back down to the low. This is definitely something that I will be looking out for if we come up here, because once you break this all-time high, you do have this Fibonacci extension level at 105,312. If we break out, this is the next zone, right? I'll even highlight this as resistance, right? This is your last level of resistance in the way of getting you into a bigger breakout. And again, not instantly calling for 137K, right? But 105K would be the first level, right? Come up here. We probably have a lot of liquidity. Maybe we can take a look at the heat maps in a second to see the liquidity sitting above. But if we don't come up here and swing fail up here for a bigger drop to the downside, guys, things could get moving pretty quickly. And that next Fibonacci extension target I'd be looking at is between 111 and 114K. And if I, let me pull up some of these spider lines real quick. You also have a pocket of spider lines on your regular candles flying right above that target. And if we hide the regular spider lines, you could see even more in confluence, your Heikin-Ashi spider lines are flying right in this zone, right? So in the bullish case, if we get the bigger breakout for some reason this weekend, which again, is it likely? From a technical perspective, looking at market cipher, that weekly red dot is not the best sign. But if we just hashtag bull market out of here, we will be looking to come up to that $105,312 level, break above that. You have a spider line sitting just above there. If we don't SFP this level and we get above and hold it as support, guys, there's not a lot ahead of us to start getting big moves up on Bitcoin. And again, timing-wise, December 16th, right? Not saying that it has to be that exact day, but roughly the timing is very similar where we see these structures in a bull market start to grind up and squeeze us to the upside. So in the event of a squeeze to the upside, get above this level / spider line that we just looked at, right? Get above this zone, about $106,000. We could see things get very exciting and pushing up to some of these higher targets, right? And then once we get above there, that's where we can start looking for the bigger zone. And look at this spider line, guys. Where's this spider line sitting? $136,000. Right in that same zone as this Fibonacci extension, right? So this is not a sign that you should just go FOMO buy Bitcoin or anything like that. If we don't get that, right, and we get the drop to the downside, as a trader, I am prepared for that, right? I, again, am holding still part of my short with my stop loss at break even with profits taken, right? So we get the drop to the downside. That's okay too, right? This is definitely a possibility. But I will say that 2-day green dot is what I'm going to be looking at. So there you go. That is the bullish case. That is what I'm looking at in the long term. Can we see this breakout? Is that fractal going to repeat itself, even if it rhymes, right? You know, the market is crazy, guys. Crypto is crazy, especially with all the leverage that we have in this market right now, with all the attention coming back. Liquidation wicks can happen, right? And we're going to take a look at Ethereum in a second as well. Ethereum not looking super bad either, right? So we'll see, right? I'm not just blindly, entering all these longs, right? Anything can happen, right? Especially right now. I hate this part of the market, guys, just because you can't trust the bearish signals, but you also can't ignore them. It puts you in a situation where it's kind of like you just kind of have to lean on the fact. You kind of have to trade against the technicals, at least when it comes to Market Cipher B, right? If I wasn't looking at Market Cipher B at all, I would probably be looking at this, and I would probably have to look at something like an RSI, right, to try to like look at momentum. And I would even be saying the same thing here, right? Like on the 2-day, I'd be like, this is potentially a bearish divergence, right? Like you have your higher highs on your price action, your lower highs on your RSI. So, and we're at resistance, right? So like there's definitely reason to correct here as well. I am bullish on Bitcoin in the long term. As far as like trying to predict the next move over the next couple of days, I'm kind of neutral, to be quite honest with you, right? I'm holding my short. I did take a long from yesterday. I wound up getting stopped out of that trade, so I'm not holding the long. I was covered on both ends of it yesterday, but I did get stopped out of that long last night. So, unfortunately, if we get a rip up, I'm not in a long position as of right now. But, it is a little neutral on the next move. But taking into consideration we're in a bull market, we see that fractal, the 2-day green dot is printing. There is an argument to be had that we could squeeze out here. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking at, guys, for the most part on Bitcoin here. Let me move the black coffee here so we can see what is going on in chat. Let's see. Shout out to English says, if I see a bearish divergence, I'll go all in and full bet on this possible outcome. Shout out to English. I do not recommend that. I recommend you can short bearish divergences, but shorting just, I know you're joking, but going all in on a short on a bearish divergence, especially in a bull market, is not a great strategy. Will it oftentimes give you a pullback? Yes. Is it oftentimes going to give you a big move down? Probably not, right? You can even come on over here. Right, we had our daily bearish divergences confirming here. We actually had two of them, right? You had a higher high here, right? And then you had your lower high here, right? That's your daily bear div. What happens? I actually believe we shorted this in the Discord, right? What happens? You do get a significant move down, right? You get some kind of a tangible move down, right? A 9% move down, 8.5% move down. That is plenty for me to make a whole lot of money in not a whole lot amount of time, right? So you could totally short them, but you have to understand the context here. You can't see a bearish divergence in English. I'm not saying you think this. I'm just saying anyone who does think this, right? Like when you see a bearish divergence in a bull market, you can't just like short this and expect price to get a massive drop down. You have to understand the context that you're trading in. There are contexts, right, and points where a daily bearish divergence is extremely bearish, right? But in a bull market, you have to take those, greedy with the longs, conservative with the shorts, just as a general rule of what you're looking at on the charts and how you're going to handle your trades in general, right? The trend is your friend until the end. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat. Said 2 super chats excluding this one. Let me go ahead and check it. Let's see. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Tamaz says, how do you back test on TradingView? Shout out to Tamaz. That's a great question. I'll show you how to do that in just a sec. And then shout out to Baba Miles dropping the super sticker. Is that even a super sticker? I don't know, but shout out to you, bro. Hopefully you didn't mean to type something on there. I appreciate that. He said, balloon one. Shout out to Baba. I appreciate you, bro. And shout out to and Discord announcement is set. Yeah, I'm going to come into that Discord announcement in just a minute. But yeah, the to backtest on TradingView, right? The way you could do it is if you're just looking to run through previous price action, this is like one of the most useful things that you can do if you're learning how to trade, right? Whether I was talking to the premium Discord about this earlier today, right? I'll just show you how to do it in general, right? So what you would do, let me go ahead and hide the TA here. Let me where are we at? Hide it, right? So all you have to do is you come on up here and you'll see these two arrows, right? You go ahead and click that, and then you can come back to your chart and select an area that you want to go back to, right? So you can go back, say you want to go back here, right? At the beginning of the first bull market, right? Not first, but last bull market. And there you go, right? It brings you back to that time. We're now sitting here at Tuesday, May 19th, right? 2020. And now you're back in time. And then down here, you could hit play, and your price action will play ahead, right? You could change the speed that your price action plays back at. I would recommend making it very fast because that's kind of what makes backtesting nice on TradingView because you could just test stuff much quicker, right? And this is kind of, you can go back here and test daily bearish divergences on in a bull market. How often do they usually bring you back? You can kind of get an idea of how price action works by looking in bar replay mode, and that's how you do it, right? And now the nice thing they just added to this is you can now do real-time back bar replay trading, right? Demo trading, where you can like go back, find your key levels, and then you can go ahead into your you can actually set demo trades and actually test a strategy, right? You can come back here and say, hey, this looks like a long for me, right? Let me see if I can take a buy position here, right? And see if it'll go up, right? That's obviously random. And we got wrecked. We went to zero. Oh, wait, no, we're rich now. And we're up $3 million. Okay, interesting. Or is that $3 billion? What the heck is going on here? I'm taking my profits, guys. I'm taking my profits. That's it. Life-changing money. I'm just kidding. But that's how you do it, right? It's nice. And then it will actually track your results as well. So if you want to backtest and try that out, I highly recommend it. It's free. I don't think you need a paid version to do that on TradingView. Maybe you do. Not 100% sure. But yeah, if you want to learn how to trade, guys, this is like, you got to put the work in. You got to put the backtest in. You got to do the research to learn what you should be looking at and what you should be backtesting. But yeah, that's how you do it. Shout out to Tamaz. I don't know if that's how you say it. Or Tapaz. Tamaz. Shout out to you, bro. Said, thanks, Ma. Shout out to Tamaz. That's dope. Yeah, it's super, super cool. I think they just recently added the trading aspect to it. Super, super cool. I can't tell you how much time I've spent backtesting stuff in bar replay mode. Probably more than I would like to admit. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. We do have to get to the giveaways today, but we covered Bitcoin. Let me come out of bar replay mode because obviously we want to take a look at current price action, not bar replay mode. But we'll see what happens here, guys. We'll see what happens. But I am prepared for price to pump or dump. I don't want anyone thinking just because that fractal is there and it ripped us up, like that does not mean that we're just guaranteed to get that. But it's worth paying attention to because in the short term, guys, it is a little bit of a sticky situation. This is a very choppy market. The signals are all over the place. So I am remaining a little bit more neutral in the short term. But obviously long term, guys, I don't see a reason why, even if we got a bigger correction, which we've talked about in the past weeks, right? It's not impossible to see that happen as well. But in the long term, even if we got a bigger correction down, we still have plenty of room to come down and continue to the upside. I am bullish on Bitcoin going into 2025. And if 2025 winds up being the death of Bitcoin, separate from a black swan event, obviously you can't predict a black swan event, we will come up here and be like, well, hey, guys, we kind of thought it was going to continue into 2025, but it decided not to. But, there will likely be signs on the charts if this thing's going to be over, right? And we'll bring it to you. We'll keep you updated here on the channel, obviously. Okay, let's see. All right, the chair. I'm cold outside, Frankie. Yo, shout out to All Set. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Yeah, Tony, maybe we can work on that this weekend. I have so little time during the week, guys. It is very, very hard to go pick up my chair, who is out on the side of the road waiting for me to pick it up. And they're very, very sad, and they're cold, and they have homeless people sitting on them. I don't know. If you're new here, you're like, what is this guy talking about? If you're not, you're like, Frankie's poor chair has been waiting for so long. But yeah, let's see. Is ICP a good buy? We'll take a look at some of the altcoins today, guys. We're going to take a look at a few. But we do have to get to the giveaways. So I'm not going to go over I'm not going to try to get every single altcoin. We're going to go over a few of them. I'm going to look at some myself. And then I'll take a couple of requests from the chat. Not right now. You don't have to spam them right now. But we'll take a couple of look at a couple of altcoins. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat. Said, don't threaten me with a good time. I got to go to Micro Center tomorrow. Yeah, Tony, let's do it. Assuming Mrs. Candles doesn't have anything planned, let's do that, bro, because we got to get that done. I cannot sit in this chair any longer. You guys are going to wind up meeting me at a crypto conference or like a meetup or something, and I'm just be like, hey, guys, what's up? My name's Frankie Candles. My neck's going to be crooked. I'm going to have a zigzag spine. It's going to be brutal. But yeah, is ETH going to hit all-time high? Yes. So shout out to Attaboy Gaming. I'm going to take a look at Ethereum here. But before we jump into Ethereum, I'm going to queue up the chart here, guys. I do want to make an announcement here. Hopefully I don't leak anything secret here. Oh, premium Discord, older TA, though. Or this is from our trades yesterday. Yeah, some recent scalp short that we took yesterday. This is the one that I'm still holding a portion of. Took profits, letting the rest of that ride. It's pretty close to getting stopped out. Or not that close to getting stopped out in profit. But if I get stopped out, it'll be in profit. Also got that long here, but I took this yesterday and got stopped out while I was sleeping at break even, but not a big deal. Either way, I do want to come on over here, guys, to our announcements. Shout out to Billy Goat Tales, guys. They are minting their NFT on Sunday. Shout out to Tony D. If you could drop a link to their stuff. They will be live streaming all day on Sunday, guys, as they do the mint. If you're interested, come check out this post in the Discord. Or, Tony, if you want to drop like a little blurb kind of summarizing this in the chat if someone's not in the Discord. But, guys, if you have not been following along with Billy Goat Tales, I'm actually going to be in the book. It's a book. It's an NFT book. It's super, super cool. And the reason they're doing it is not to make money, guys. It's very cheap. It's, I think, $25. It should say here. I believe it's $25. You'll get the NFT. I'm in the book along with a ton of other creators. We had Twitter Spaces where we all talked crypto, and we talked about a lot of really, really cool stuff, and they ingrained it all into the blockchain in this NFT. So if you guys are interested, go check that out. They're going to be live on Sunday while they mint. And yeah, it's super, super cool. Go check them out. BillyGoatTales.io if you want to connect your wallet and get in and mint that NFT. Definitely go check it out, guys. Billy Goat Tales for the win. Crypto Billy for the win. One of the best people I've ever met. And the whole idea here with this NFT book is the coolest thing ever. So shout out to you guys. Go check them out, guys. If you're in the Discord, come check it out for more information or pause the screen and read through it. But shout out to Crypto Billy, bro. Let's go. I actually got to get my wallet fueled up so I can actually I might have some money on there to go get my NFT as well. So shout out to Billy Goat Tales. Go check him out, guys. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. Shout out to Zach Leroy. Let's go, brother. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Said 200x long on Hawk Tua. Hashtag trust me, bro. Not financial advice. Not serious. Yo, shout out to Zach Leroy. Yeah, I will say that, right? The Hawk Tua meme coin is low-key somewhat of a red flag for a at least some kind of a local top to come in. That is, when we first started seeing those bearish signals on Bitcoin, that was one of the things I was looking at as maybe these bearish signals will play out, right? Because we are seeing some, meme coins going crazy, Hawk Tua scamming people. We got that 13-year-old kid that stole a bunch of money on Pump.Fun. But that might not even be, topping sign. Yeah, shout out to Zach Leroy. Definitely not something you want to ignore. Let's see. We love Billy. Shout out to Jesse. We absolutely love Billy. And yeah, maybe we can try to. I'm not going to be live on Sunday, but we'll try to get you a rate. We'll try to get you a rate in there, Billy. We get some people in there for you. Yo, shout out to Brandon. Said you pronounce Ethereum wrong. You pronounce Ethereum incorrectly. My mother says it eloquently. It could also be pronounced erythrium, guys. That's how some people like to say it, particularly grandmothers. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in here and take a look at what we got going on. And to be quite honest with you guys, nothing's really changed on Ethereum. Honestly, a lot of this stuff, this is why I'm not going to focus too much on the altcoins tonight. I really wanted to cover the Bitcoin stuff, and then we'll get into the giveaways. I'll cover some of the alts. But to be quite honest with you guys, like, we're in the same situation on Ethereum as we were yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before and the day before. I know we've had moves here, but the way I cover this TA is we kind of prepare you for all this stuff, right? Very simply put, we are still living in between our two volume profiles. This is no man's land. So our doorway to higher prices is still sitting right here. I'll zoom in a bit so you guys can see it better. Sitting at your doorway to higher prices is sitting at about 39.37. Get above this. This is a zone, right? Because you have your value area low. You have this spider line, which is obviously being respected, right? Even as support before we lost it, and then back tested again before we lost it. This is a whole zone. We have the value area low, we have the spider line, and we have the POC. So really, right, like, what do we expect here? If you break out of this range, you look to get attracted or gravitated towards your previous value area, which was sitting right here with the value area low. This is key resistance until proven otherwise. You get the drop. Your key support down below is your value area high. You get the bounce. You come back into your range. You hold it as support. You go right to the POC. It's the same thing right now, right? If we get above this value area low, you can go to the POC, which is basically the same level. Get above that spider line. Look up towards that POC. Sitting at about $4,086, $4,083. Flip this to support. This is really the level you want to get above. I know this is the doorway to higher prices because it's the value area low, but when you have the POC so close to the value area low, really that POC is the doorway, right? Because the value area low is really just the doorway to the POC. Once you flip the POC, that's your doorway to higher prices, potentially targeting $4,500, the same level we've been looking at for quite some time. So nothing really changed there, right? If we get a drop to the downside, your key levels down below remain the same as what they were down here. Right? What happened? We got the move down, and we got the bounce off the key level, right? So it's the same thing. If we get down here, doorway to lower prices is your value area high. But again, you have a spider line right here, so, you know, this will be a zone. Lose this zone. You look to go to the POC. Lose this POC. That's where I would expect a bigger drop down for Ethereum. You have another spider line here at about 33.74. However, if you don't hold that, probably going to be looking to come down towards that value area low. Hopefully, we don't have to see that happen. And if we take a look at the weekly here, I'm going to show you guys something I'm going to be looking at the weekly on Ethereum. If we could confirm this weekly candle, somewhat similar to what it looks like right now, with this little body at the top of the candle with a long wick at the bottom, this could be looked at as somewhat bullish, right? Because when you have a long tail at the bottom of the candle, it's basically like a bullish hammer candle, right? Sellers tried to pull, the bears tried to push price down, the bulls came up, ate it all up, right? And this is oftentimes the sign of a continuation to the upside, right? And if you come in a bull market, you oftentimes see these candles pop up, sometimes a lot, right? And you can see here, you get a big move to the upside, a little bull hammer with a long wick on the bottom, big move up. Another little bull hammer, another big move up. Even here, this isn't like the most textbook example of a bull hammer, but you have a long wick on the bottom, almost no wick on the top, right? And you get the continuation up. This is oftentimes due to liquidations in the market, especially in a bull market. You get the big move up, everyone's longing, oh my God, we're going to $1 million. Flush out the longs, give another move to the upside, right? A lot of these wicks, you'll see this in a bull market, especially on the higher time frame candles, where you just have like long wicks on the bottom before continuations up, right? And we are about to print that almost same exact type of candle here if I hide the TA, right? This would be potentially be very, very nice. And not only do we have that wick came down to retest the POC of the prior range. Why is this significant? Well, very simply put, guys, if I go ahead and hide all this TA, no, that showed more TA. There we go, right? When you have a POC, I'm just going to draw it as a line, right? When you have a POC like this, right? Oftentimes, or when you have a range, right? I guess I'll just draw the range. When you have a range like this, and you break out of the range, right? Sometimes price will come back down and retest the POC before finally getting the big move up. Now, again, is this enough to just like FOMO buy Ethereum right now? Maybe not. I mean, I am buying Ethereum right now just because I have a lot of stable coins that are still kind of sitting around doing nothing. And I'm, again, accumulating some altcoins that we've talked about in the altcoin market update that you guys are all up to date on. But Ethereum is one of those things, right? Ethereum is not broken into all-time highs. So oftentimes what you'll see happen, right? You get into a range, you flip that low to support, you go to the POC, you start to break out. Oftentimes, price will come back down, test that POC before getting the big rip to the upside. We saw this happen with Dogecoin, right? If I just hide this stuff, right? I'll even hide the Fibonacci retracement real quick, right? If we pull this range, if I can get the same range we were looking at, yeah, you see it happen here, right? It's a little bit different contextually, right? But where's your POC sitting? It's sitting right here. What happens? You get the first breakout of your range, even here, right? You get a first breakout of your range, you come back in, you test that POC as support, boom, you get the big move up. And even here, what happened? You came back down, tested the POC, and then boom, you really got the big move up. So when we take a look at Ethereum, it looks somewhat similar here. I mean, even if we come down to a lower time frame, we don't have to look at the weekly. But this looks similar to that first breakout on Doge, right? You get the breakout, retest to the POC, and then maybe a break to the upside. But again, like there's really not a lot, right? 4-hour money flow crossover into the green would indicate a continuation of the upside potentially. And then again, I will be watching this weekly close. If we close that weekly in a bullish hammer candle, could potentially be somewhat of a good sign for a continuation to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at on Ethereum. But other than that, guys, all the levels remain exactly the same. I'm going to try to undo all this to get all the old levels on the chart. And there they are, right? So come on over to the 8-hour. Whoops, bada boom, right? So that's what I'd be looking at. But like locally here, you know, until we get above this POC at $4,083 or below this POC at $3,500, it's kind of just no man's land, right? We're kind of just like bing-bonging around until we can get above one of those levels. But now we have those key levels that we can look at that we know doorway to higher prices, doorway to lower prices. Until then, you know, local levels of resistance are resistance, local levels of support are support, which are very clear here. So you can screenshot these if you want your levels, these levels on your chart. Shout out to you guys. Let's see. Alex Solo. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Said, what are your thoughts on Arkham? We could try to take a look at Arkham in a second here, brother. If we have time, we'll try to take a look at Arkham. I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, I will try to take a look at that for you. Shout out to Steven says, Tell, please. We could try to take a look at Tell. 493 likes. Smash those likes up, guys. Shout out to Jesse. Smash that like button, guys. If we get 1,000 likes, we're adding another $100. We're already giving away $300 in Solana at the end of the stream. But if we get another 1,000 likes, we'll make it 400. Or 5 Frankie Candles hats. Shout out to the Izzy. Yo, shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for the super chats. And I know that I know super chats don't guarantee TA, but if you have time, could you peep Jasmine? And yes, I will try. I will. And you know, again, it's not that you can't super chat altcoins. But again, you know, some new people. I just know we have a lot of new people in here, and I know they think that it's like a official request. And I just don't want anyone to be disappointed. So, but I will try my best. We will definitely try our best here. Thank you to the Izzy. I appreciate you, bro. So yeah, Jasmine, Arkham. So yeah, I will try to take a look at those. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Mike Fito said 4K Soul. Yeah, baby, let's go. Yo, Elite Way said, Frank, you deserve a break, bro. Forget the alts tonight. Declare me a winner of all the giveaways, and then go get some much-deserved rest. Hashtag CandleMafia for life. Shout out to Elite Ways Easy, bro. We love you, bro. That's it, guys. You heard it here first. That's it. Live stream's over. Elite Ways won all the giveaways. Shout out to Elite Ways. I appreciate you so much, bro. All right, let's go ahead and let's see. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, I really wanted to look at Ethereum. That was really the one I wanted to cover for the most part. We could just kind of jump into Jasmine real quick, to be honest with you guys. We'll take a look at Jasmine. Maybe I'll take a look at Dogecoin as well. Go ahead and I'll just flag that for now. Maybe we'll take a look at Chainlink. Maybe we'll take a look at XRP. And we'll start with Solana. Then we'll go into Jasmine. And then we'll move down the list here a little bit. But again, I'm not gonna cover a gigantic amount of alts because a lot of them are very similar situations as yesterday. So let's take a look here. This is an old Solana chart. What are we doing here? Or is that not an old Solana chart? Am I tripping right now, guys? What chart am I on right now? No, this is this is the actual Solana chart. Absolutely. Okay, so let's see here. Let's say the daily. Yeah, daily money flow kind of flat, to be honest. I mean, technically it's coming down, but it is somewhat flat. 2-day green dot looking to print. I mean, I just can't unsee this, guys. Like, these momentum waves do look. It doesn't always play out like this. Like, probably like 9 out of 10 times we've looked at these in the past, it wound up playing out like this. But this is not. I almost feel like we're ready to be wrong on this, to be honest with you. But I can't unsee this. This green dot prints. I'd probably be looking, right? If I'm just looking for trade setups and key levels, right? I'd be like, well, hey, if this 2-day green dot gives us a big move up, I would be looking for a bearish divergence. And the bearish divergence would call for a break of structure to the upside, which would put our next real target sitting at about 276, between 276 and 285. Now, you have some work to do, right? You have a lot ahead of you, right? You have your value area low, which is your local doorway to higher prices. Flip that to support. You can look up towards about 241.89. Flip above that. You're looking to flip this key level, which is your 786, right? Obviously, you have your value area high. But if we can get above here, look to go to the POC. And then really you want to flip this key level, which is the 786, to potentially have an opportunity to break to the upside and see this next larger target hit between 276 and 285. So right now, I mean, that's based off the 2-day. This has some time to print, right? This is not printing yet. This could get rejected, so it's not quite there yet. But we're going to come down to the lower time frames and see what we got. Yeah, like this daily looks like it wants to print a red dot. If that money flow comes out, you may just be able to continue the downtrend. I mean, if we come on over to the 4-hour, money flow's in the red, right? And it tried to come into the green, and it got rejected, right? So unless this money flow on the 4-hour comes back into the green, you could potentially anticipate, like even the 8-hour money flow crossover into the red as well. Remember, money flow indicates the overall trend. When you see this money flow crossover into the red, technically, from a binary perspective, right, if you're not thinking that you're in a bull market and you're going to just completely rip to the upside, you would anticipate once that money flow crosses over into the red, lackluster retracements to the upside to put in lower highs and then break structure to the downside. Same thing here. If this money flow is going to stay in the red, you're looking to come up, put a lackluster retracement for another break of structure to the downside. You have a lot of support below you. But yeah, I mean, I would really, 90-minute money flow crossover into the green, but you need this VWAP to come back up. This VWAP looks like it wants to roll right back over. So again, it's really hard to read this stuff on Market Cypher B. There's a lot of mixed signals right now, guys. But those are the key levels, right? If we come on back down to like something like the 8-hour, right? Like your lower volume profile is really sitting between, what did I pull this on, the 30-minute maybe? So your lower volume profile, which you can see did hold up, right? We got the drop down. We put in some bull divs here. Money flow came up before the next move up. But your lower volume profile starting at value area high 218.62. Break that. Look down towards the POC at about 213.30. Below that. And again, based off the volume profiles, once you get stuck under here, right, you're expecting to go to the POC, and then you're expecting to go to the value area low. But that's your lower volume profile. And right now, very similar to Ethereum, you're kind of just in between your volume profile. So your doorway to higher prices is very simply starting to hold that anchored VWAP, which isn't the worst look ever, if I'm being honest. Pull this fib. So yeah, I mean, you came right in, tapped that golden pocket. This would have been, this would be kind of key support here. Actually, yeah, I would consider this somewhat key support. Value area high, golden pocket confluence. So you held your golden pocket, and now you're potentially trying to flip this anchor VWAP to support. But either way, key level of support down below, 218.42. You lose that, probably going to be looking lower, unless you bounce off the 786. If you come up, doorway to higher prices, going to be the value area low at 229.56. Once you hold that, you're going to be looking up towards that POC, 241. Doorway to higher prices, doorway to lower prices. Very similar to Ethereum being in no man's land with your upper value area and your lower value area. So there you go. Let's go ahead and check out Jasmine real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Nature, said, chat, what do I need to do to participate in the giveaway? Shout out to Nature. I think somebody dropped the oh, shout out to JC Crypto, said he tried to buy a hat, but he couldn't find them on the website. Tony D, are they still on the website? They should be. Oh, you got to click merch at the top of the page. It's not on the homepage. The homepage is I think just the Discord access and our deals. If you go to the top of the page, you will see merch. Click merch, and you'll see all those options, brother. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. There you go. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Let's go, baby. There is the video you need to like and comment on to get entered into the giveaway. Found him. Shout out to JC Crypto. Okay, let's take a quick look at Jasmine. Bada boom. Take a look. Oh, we're already here. Okay. So yeah, I mean, look at this. Nice little back test of your value area high. Let's check that 2-day. 2-day looking for a green dot. Still a little bit behind here. This doesn't look as saucy, in my opinion, for a bearish divergence to form for a break of structure to the upside. at least the way that I look at it. I'd like to see this momentum wave come down a little bit more before putting in that lower high. VWAP is coming up, though. That's worth mentioning. Yeah, 3-day red dot, 4-day red dot, 6-day looking to print, weekly coming down. So, yeah, I mean, these red dots are printing. Again, in a bull market, you have to take it with a grain of salt. But I will be honest, like, this doesn't look as saucy, in my opinion. Daily green dot about to print. This looks a little bit better for a potential move up. If you get that daily green dot, let's check that 90-minute money flow crossover. Already happening, so you have no market cipher B strategy there. Yeah, I don't yeah, it's kind of hard, I'll be honest. Like, market cipher's been a little bit difficult to read lately. On some coins. But I will say this. If that daily green dot gives you the move to the upside, I mean, your key level of resistance remains exactly the same. It's going to be sitting right here, right? Sitting between your value area low and your POC, between about 0.0669 and 0.07, right? So if you do get the move up, and if I pull up a higher time frame here, like, basically our situation here is you have your bear market lows here down at 2024. And, yeah, these ranges were a bit hard to find. Yeah, these are your two volume. Yeah, right. I mean, it's kind of hard. There's not a ton of volume profiles above, to be quite honest. This one's a little bit healthier, in my opinion, than this one. But if you get the breakage structure to the upside and you continue your uptrend, boom, into your value area low POC, that is going to be your best bet with that daily green dot, right? Bring back up market cipher real quick. Daily green dot prints. Money flow comes back up. You break structure to the upside. If that happens, this is your key level. Break above this, that's where you're looking at about almost a 9-cent Jasmine. And then who knows what happens when you get up there, right? You get up here, fill the range, maybe bing bong back and forth, break out, and then you're looking at up to your next value area. But for the most part, kind of neutral on this, to be honest. Like, there's nothing really, I mean, come down, yeah, 4-hour money flow coming into the red. This is, from a binary perspective, this does not look good, right? So unless we just bull market out of here, you know, you could bet on a potential break to the upside, but, I mean, you're counter trading the TA, which at least you're counter trading market cipher B. And you can see money flow, of course, is getting pretty choppy. We're into the red, back into the green. But if that VWAP comes down, I'd watch this 4-hour red dot. When you get this 4-hour red dot, this will probably give you the answer, right? Because if you get that 4-hour red dot and the money flow crosses over into the red at the same time, you're probably going to get a pretty strong pullback, in which case that would kind of invalidate the theory of this daily green dot giving you a break of structure to the upside. So kind of hard, depending on what you're looking at. Short term, I'd watch this 4-hour red dot looking to print. That'll probably give you the outcome of whether you're going to come back down here or if you're going to get that break of structure to the upside on the daily. Because if that 4-hour red dot prints and you get a big drop, this daily VWAP is probably going to get rejected at the zero line, right? So this won't even print the green dot if that happens. So that's what I'd be looking at. Excuse me. That's what I'd be looking at on Jasmine. Quick and dirty on Jasmine, but you can go ahead and screenshot those levels if you want to get them on your chart. Let's see. I got the like from both accounts. Bing bong. Shout out to Patrick Leachman. Let's go, bro. Let's go, brother. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Patrick. I'm not gonna repeat that one, bro. But hey, I'm not saying I disagree with you, bro. Let's see. Shout out to JD. Says 1K just watching. Pick up the remote and smash that like button for the Mafia and Perp. What is Perp? Shout out to JD. Let's go. Smash that like button either way, guys. Shout out to Cuz I Can Bump It, or Koozie Can, as I like to call him. He says, Wick, I like House of Dragons, but love Game of Thrones, even named one of my daughters. Yo, shout out to, I don't watch Game of Thrones, guys. I'm going to say it. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I actually only seen one. I've only seen one episode of Game of Thrones, and it was the one where Jon Snow died. But I don't know if he really died or not. I'm sorry if you've ever I don't know. I don't know anything about Game of Thrones, so I think I might have gotten tricked there. But yeah, not a big Game of Thrones guy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a really big TV guy. I don't watch a lot of TV, to be honest. Let's see. I do like movies, but even lately, movies. I haven't really watched a lot of movies. Basically, I just stare at charts all day long, guys. My whole life consists of, you guys know what I do every day because I'm here. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Dakota Parker. Thank you for the super chat. Says, gotta head out, Mafia. Have a great weekend, Frankie. Got into dot long at 770. Stop at break even. Profit locked in. All credit to you, Frankie, the GOAT. Yo, shout out. Shout out to Dakota Parker. I appreciate you, bro. Congratulations on your profits, bro. Yo, we're going to throw some money for you, Parker. Here we go. I don't know what this is. It's I don't know, a few hundreds. Let's go. Few hundreds. Let's go. Bing bong. Shout out to Parker. Congratulations, bro. And the fact that I was able to help you make that money in any way, shape, or form just made my weekend better. Let's go. It's another type of happiness, guys, when you help people make money. It is I feel so blessed to be in this situation to help people actually make money and change their lives, hopefully. And maybe just have a good time on a live stream as well. All right, let's see. Yeah, Dirty 8 Racing said that's why your eyesight's going. Honestly, I am actually low-key getting concerned about that, guys. To be honest, I'm kind of like have you ever worked with a working dog and they don't know when to stop? I kind of feel like I have some of that where like I just I keep going until my body physically makes me stop, which is really bad for you. I was talking to Tony about that today. So yeah, that's something I got to work on. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Winter is coming. Good episode. Shout out to Jesse. Yeah, blue light filter glasses. Actually, I think I do have those somewhere. But I'm not a nerd. I don't wear glasses. I'm just kidding, guys. I do have glasses. I am a nerd. Let's see. Need some blue light glasses. Yeah, I know. I got to go to an eye doctor. For sure. All right, let's continue on here. We got Jasmine. Let's take a look at, what was the other one? Arkham. Let's take a look. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay. Let's take a look. I don't think we've ever looked at this on a live stream, guys. I'm not going to lie. I really don't think we have. Okay. This is your 2024 highs. Let me just make sure we don't have another chart with more price history because I would like to see that if we can get it. Yeah, Coinbase chart had less. Binance Tether US. Okay, so this looks like it has the most. Okay, so let's take a look here. I'm going to pull the volume profiles, pull up the daily. There are two profiles we could look at here. You have one here, right? You also have one up here. And you also could technically pull that as a whole range, right? So let me see something. I'm going to just take the larger range, I guess. I'll take the larger range first, right? So we'll take this. We'll mark it out. I'm going to give you all the levels here on Arkham because we have never charted this. So you'd actually potentially learn something if you guys want to see how I mark up a chart here. So there we go. Volume, that's your major volume profile from the 2024 highs. Now, obviously, it's a little too late to like look at this as a significant value area to the upside because we're already in it. But, you know, down here, this would have been like a huge, huge area to look at, right? And if you're new here, the way I look at the charts, guys, is basically all volume profile based. And it's for a reason. It's the best way to look at a chart because all previous value typically gets respected in some form or fashion. You can see here, consolidation. Once you get back up, you go back to the value area high, back to the low, back to the high, back to the low. You finally break out. You retest the POC before getting the bigger breakout into what? Another value area, right? So this is why I look at the volume profiles. As far as what I look for on the charts, this is why I look at the volume profiles. They're literally the most undefeated trading tool you could possibly use. So, yeah, value area low sitting at about $1.95. This is your key level of support. If you lose this, you're probably going to get a bigger drop to the downside, in my own personal opinion. If I had to say where you'd go, you do have this volume profile down below. Whoops. Bada boom. Right, so this is support down below. Whoopsie. Right, but as long as you hold above this value area low at about 195, this is our doorway to potentially get back up to the POC. As you can see, break up, you go towards the POC, hold it as support, back up to the POC, rejection, you lose the range, come back down to test this range, now you're back in here, right? So your key level of support is going to be 195. Hold that value area low to support. The doorway to your POC is open. Flip that POC. Look to go to your value area high. If you lose your range, this is somewhat of a zone, right? You have your value area high and your POC. Bada boom, right? So that's going to be key support. If you lose that, value area low is support, right? These are your two ranges. So hopefully you can just hold above this and continue up. From a market cipher perspective, 16-hour money flow in the red, VWAP coming down, not the best look. So yeah, I'll be honest, guys. Like market type, you're just like this money flows all over the place. If I'm being quite honest, I would put a lot more attention on the key levels than the indicators right now, and locally even. You have some of these really nice volume profiles, like you have a nice range right here. Even if you were to kind of make this one range. Yeah, so if you want some local levels, I'll hide these. I'll make these all kind of macro. Boom. We'll hide those macro. Ah, man, I got the wrong volume profile. All right, so we'll put that in a folder. We'll put these in a folder. Boom. There we go. Hide this. Hide this. Right? This could be somewhat of a local profile that I would look at. Boom. Neutral. Value area low. POC. Value area high. Right? This actually doesn't look that bad. This is nice context, right? And this is a well-respected profile as well. You traded around in here for quite some time. You can see POC respected. Respected. Break down below. Flip to support up to the POC. Flip to support again. Yeah, so this is really what I would look at locally for Arkham, right? Again, market cipher a little bit chopped up right now. See the daily. Yeah, daily green dot looking to print. If you get that daily green dot, I would probably look to get a move above this POC into about 221 to hit that value area high. Pulling your fib here, right? You do have this Fibonacci retracement, golden pie. Yeah, that's not too confluent in my own personal opinion. Let's pull up the 4 hour. Pull a local fib here. Yeah, I actually don't really love the Fibonacci confluence here. So I would just look at this, right? This continues up. Key level to break is going to be the POC at 210. Flip that. Look for the move up to the value area high at 221. Once you get above that, I would focus more on the larger profiles, right? So again, you have your larger profile leading you up to about 284, and then inside of that, you have your local profile, right? So once you break out of here, it's like, hey, maybe this is no longer valid. I'll just look at the bigger profile now. And then you could potentially start your journey up to 260, flip that, look to go up to 282. Now, if you get the breakdown out of here, right, you're going to want to be, I guess, yeah, value area low is pretty confluent with here, so never mind. But if you break down out of here, your next key level of support is that lower range. So you can mark these out if you want those key levels on your chart, but that's what I'd be looking at on Arkham. Market Cipher not showing me anything super, super confident, in my personal opinion. So there you go. That's what I'd be looking at. My eyes are too dry. Shout out to Jay Violet. Oh, God. Oh, I hate contacts too, Wayne. Shout out to Jay Violet. Yeah, I never wore contacts, to be honest with you. I have very small eyes. I have small eyes. They're very hard to get in. Let's see. Shout out to Wick589. Said there will be Jay Violence. Oh, shout out to Wick589. What is going on in the chat, Wick? What is going on? Wick, you gotta wrangle the mafia. Things are getting crazy. All right, let's go ahead and let's see what we got. Let's go ahead and get into these giveaways, guys. I stopped real quick on that one. Shout out to Crypto Trey. Let's see. Optometry. That's something to do with OP coin? Yeah, shout out to OP. It's the eye doctor coin of decentralized optometry. D-opt. D-op. Shout out to all the optometrists out there. All right, giveaway central. Shout out to Gene Lee, guys. Let's go ahead. I need $1. Best TA. Yo, shout out to Carolina Reaper. Woo, let's go. Opcoin. Yo. I wish I had 20/20 vision. Shout out to M Ninja. I don't know if I have 20/20 vision. Not anymore. Not anymore. If I can't see chat from a screen that I'm literally touching with my hand right now, I probably don't have 20/20 vision. How do I enter the giveaway? Shout out to Felix. You just got to like and comment the link that is shared. Let me see. I'm going to pin it real quick if I could get it. There it is. Thank you, Tyler Durden, the GOAT. I'm going to replace that pinned message. There we go. All right. So, yeah, go ahead and click that link in the pin to the top of the chat and get a drop a like and a comment, and you will be entered in. But hurry up because we're about to pull that link right now. All right. Let's see. Oh, whoa. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Let's do it. I'm going to pull up the giveaway picker. Giveaway picker. Let's get it. All right, so we got $300 in Solana, unless we get another 1,000 likes tonight. $300 in Solana, and we got 10 smaller Cardano bags that will be given away. And I'm going to grab that link in 3, 2. I'll give people like 30 seconds to drop that comment. So, yeah, let's see. Yo, Tyler Durden said, pull my link harder, daddy. All right, guys, I don't know if we can do the giveaways anymore. Yo, Tyler's out of control for that, bro. Yo, somebody call the cops on Tyler Durden. Only thing that would have made that worse is if he said fib. I don't even know if you could say that. I think YouTube might ban you. They're going to know what that means. Let's see. Yeah, Jay Violet said, not a scam giveaway. Pick me. Oh, my. I need money. Shout out to Pedro. Says, I need money, baby. Well, hopefully you get this win. Hopefully the Solana win. If you need money, we'll send you some $100 in Solana. All right, here we go. Frankie's bullish on Tyler's comment. Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, here we go. Here we go. Shout out to Bruce. That's actually not Bruce Buffer that says that. That is the announcer. I don't know his name. But here we go. All right, let's copy the link. Bada boom. Let's go ahead and paste it on in here. All right, let's see what we got going on. Bada boom. Here we go. Don't include replies. All right, Tyler. Here we go. I'm gonna. This is gonna be actually one of the first giveaways, guys. That Tyler Durden doesn't need to keep Frankie Candles on track here. We're gonna speed through these, guys. We're gonna speed through these. Let me move this keyboard over a little bit. Here we go. All right, here we go. We're going to do the Cardano giveaways first, and then we're going to get into the Solana giveaways. So the first 10 winners will get a smaller bag of Cardano, and the second winners, or the last winners, will be looking at the $100 in Solana. So here we go. All right, 10 bags of Cardano. Let me pull up live chat real quick. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Candles in the chat if you want to win. It doesn't increase your win rate, your chances of winning, but it's good for... I don't know. Maybe it does. There's actually no evidence saying that it doesn't help you. So that engagement might help people win the giveaway. Might help you win the giveaway. But anyway, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and call winner number 1 for the bag of Cardano, which we have 10 of. 3, 2, 1. Who's it going to be? Shout out to Stacy. Says juicy. Ooh, Stacy, you're talking about the TA or what? Shout out to Stacy. You got a free bag of Cardano. Thank you for watching the content. Oh, my God. Yo, the candles are going nuts right now. Let's go. Win, baby, win. Yo, you guys are wild. All right, winner number 1. Shout out to Stacy. Hopefully you're in the chat. Hit that free Discord to get your free prize. We got Miss Aura. Miss Aura. Very helpful, Frankie. Shout out to you. You're winner number 2. We're sending you some free Cardano. Not only was the video helpful, which at least that's what you said. I hope it was helpful. You're getting some free Cardano. So shout out to MS Aurora. Shout out to you. Thank you for watching the content. Winner number 3. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Sammy the Goat said love Cosmos. Shout out to Sammy the Goat. Yo. Are you related to Sammy the Bull? Because we got Sammy the Bull, and now we got Sammy the Goat. Both in the CandleMafia here. So shout out to you, bro. We're giving you some free Cardano. I'm going to fly through these. Shout out to Sammy the Goat. Respect to Sammy the Goat in the chat. Shout out to all the goats out there. Here we go. Winner number 4. Who's it going to be? Business Reviews. So we all know it's coming. Shout out to Business Reviews. Well, hey, let's go. I'd agree with you, bro. We're sending you some free card. In case it doesn't come, we'll send you some Cardano, bro. Hit that free Discord. Claim your free prize. Winner number 5. Who's it going to be? Scammer. Get out of here. Next winner. Brandon Strike said thank you for the update video. Shout out to Brandon. You're winner number 5 for the Cardano giveaways. Shout out to you guys. I think what we're going to do, I think we're just going to scrap the Cardano giveaways and just do all Solana. I think we're just going to do the bigger Solana giveaways, and Because I think it's better to get like more money, like a bigger amount of money to more people or to less people, right? Like, 3 to 5 big Solana giveaways rather than like 10 very small Cardano winners. It'd also be easier to pull. These are a lot of names to pull every single week. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the chat. But yeah, there we go. Shout out to Brandon Strike, your winner number 5. Winner number 6, who's it going to be? We're going to speed tour these last winners. Shout out to Arario, says all eyes on Grinsepe tomorrow. It's the next 100x, no doubt. I'm going to assume that was a scammer. CryptoZeet says that's a scammer. Oh, wait. Hang on a second. Yo. Hang on. Might not be a scammer. Yo, Kenneth, yo, you guys might get these candle spams in the chat might get some people wins here. I'm gonna say that's legit. Just dropping like an address like that might be legit. I'm gonna count that. CryptoZeet, shout out to you, bro. Thank you for watching the content. And I guess we know where to send the Cardano. Oh wait, that's your Solana address. So hit the free Discord if you want the Cardano. All right, here we go. Winner number 7, scammer. Winner number 7, coffee and candles. Shout out to Khan, bro. You are winner number 7, bro. Shout out to Khan. Hit that free Discord. Get your free Cardano. Winner number scammer. Winner number. Thought that was a scammer. Shout out to Elizabeth. Said nice update. Thanks as always. You are winner number 8. Let's go. Shout out to Elizabeth. Let's go. Winner number 9. Maze Mana says, let's go, baby. Shout out to you. You're winner number 9. Here we go. Winner number 10. Who's it going to be? TJ Bellery. Shout out to you. Says, bing bong. Let's go, bro. You're winner number 10. You're getting a free bag of Cardano. Let's get it. Mrs. Candle's in the chat. Come here. Mrs. Candle's in the chat. Mrs. Candle's in the building. Come on over here. Mrs. Candles, we were just talking about my botched eyesight. Come on in here. Let's see. Don't be drinking my coffee. Come on, get out of here. Wow. 4237 wins. Mrs. Candles, we need you. Hang on 1 second here. Ooh. Oh, that's a special Mrs. Candles hand. Ooh, I like that. Let's just see. Did that pump Bitcoin at all, guys? Sometimes we need to sniff Mrs. Candles' hand for a pump on Bitcoin. Oh, it just went away. We did pump it just slightly, Mrs. Candles. Look, no, we're pumping it. Look, you're pumping. Mrs. Candles, you're pumping Bitcoin right now. Don't be tapping my shoulder like. I'll sniff that hand. I'll sniff that hand. Drop those Mrs. Candles hands in the chat. Oh, never mind. Mrs. Candles, you got to go. It's dumping now. You're dumping it now. All right. We got to get the giveaways. The giveaways are going to pump. The giveaways are going to pump the likes. Let's go ahead and continue the giveaways there. So here we go, guys. We have 3 $100 Solana giveaways. Who's it going to? Who is it going? Hands boy. All right, here we go. Hopefully, the real Mrs. Candle. Shout out to JD. Yeah, does this look like a plastic hand to you guys? Does this look like Mrs. Candle? Give me your dang hand. Yo, Mrs. Candles is crazy, bro. She's yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Mrs. Candles. You're looking a little deflated. Look at oh God. Anyway, let's continue on here. Winner number 1 for the $100 in Solana. Who's it gonna be? I hope it's somebody in the chat. I feel like we should make it where to win the Solana, you should have to be in the chat. But here we go. Okay. I thought that was going to be a scam. Said, shout out to Twin City. Said, nah, bro. Everyone is saying it's going up, and Sailor Moon is buying. Yo, Sailor Moon's crazy. Is buying, so it's going up forever and will never come back down. I don't know if that's saying that he thinks it's going to go down or go up. But shout out to you, bro. You just won $100 in Solana, so it doesn't even matter if these things pump. You're getting $100 in Solana. Hit that free Discord and claim your free prize. Winner number 2 for $100 in Solana. Who's it going to be? Let's see here. Ducky said, here for the giveaways. Thanks for everything you do, Frankie. Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. Let's get it, baby. Throw the money in the air. Let's go. Wow, that money just clumps up like crazy. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. No, we can't. We give all our money to the Mafia, Mrs. Candles. We can't give you any more Solana. Anyway, shout out to Ducky. Hit that free Discord. You won $100 in Solana. There you go, baby. Let's see. Awesome LFG, Frankie. Shout out to Forevermore. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. All right, so here we go. I think that was 2 people. I think we have 1 more. I'll tell you what, though. If we don't have 1 more, if that was actually the 3rd winner, we'll just do 4. But I think it was the 3rd. So here we go. $100 in Solana. Next winner is going to be, come on, somebody in the chat. Does Mrs. Candles ever blow up Mrs. Candles? Shout out to B-Ride Crypto. That's a great question. Have you ever done that? Have you ever blown up Mrs. Candles? Yeah, guys, we have a weird relationship, guys. I'm just saying, like, Mrs. Candles will blow up the other Mrs. Candles sometimes. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, we don't judge over here. Here we go. Winner number 3, Mrs. Candles is going to crawl under the table. Here we go. GTA, let's go, said stay blessed, Frankie. Well, GTA, I hope you stay blessed, bro, because we're going to send you $100 in Solana. Let's go. Congratulations to all the winners, guys. And shout out to Giorgio. Shout out to Giorgio. Said, I wanted to say thank you. I used your TA as a guide, and I managed to flip $100 into $7K in less than 6 months. Never thought it was possible. Patience pays out. Keep up the great work. Shout out to Giorgio, bro. I don't really have much more money to throw, but yeah, no, we got plenty. We got plenty of money to flip. Wait till we start throwing the 20s, bro. We're gonna throw. Where are the 20s at? We got some 20s for you as well. Yeah, this is a big mess. Mrs. Candles, will you clean it if I throw it? Not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Shout out to Giorgio, bro. Congratulations. This is not anywhere near. This is nowhere near 7K, but it's all I have left on the desk. Shout out to you, bro. Can you give me the Bing Bong Blaster? We're gonna blast this one out of the Bing Bong Blaster because Giorgio, flipping $100. Like, listen to me right now. Regardless of 7K being a sizable amount of money, the impressive part about that is, bro, it is not easy to flip $100, something as small as $100 into 7K. That is impressive. And the fact that I was able to help you do that, bro, hopefully the Bing Bong Blaster works. Shout out to you. Congratulations on your win. Bing Bong. It's kind of working. There we go. Let's go, baby. Yo, this is a mess, guys. But, guys, with all that being said, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys for sticking around to the end of the stream. Congratulations to everybody who won a giveaway. So, yeah, guys, if you want a giveaway, hit that free Discord. Go to the Help Center and claim your free prize. Mrs. Candles is clapping for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, Mrs. Candles is stimming out there. I don't know what she's doing. But anyway, guys, with all that being said, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I love each and every single one of you guys. By the way, we hit 70K on YouTube this week, which is insane. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Smash that like button on your way out. And if you're not subscribed yet, it's your first time here, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of these live streams or urgent market updates that we upload to the channel. Have a great weekend, guys. Go touch some grass. I'm going to go get my eyes checked and maybe drink some water and sleep for at least an hour or something. But I'll see you guys next time. Have a great weekend. I love everybody. I can't get to the stream deck because there's money all over the place. Shout out to Giorgio. Congratulations on your win. Go check out Billy Goat Tales on Sunday, guys, or Giver's Gain on Sunday. Go check out their NFT link or information in the free Discord. Go check it out. Tony, if you want to drop a link, or Billy, if you want to drop a link to that stuff, drop it in the chat. Have a great weekend. That's all I got. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, all they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry Blast. Coming back for what is mine, I can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working, I'm up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Shout out to Dave Digital dropping the link to, actually, Tony D dropped the website. If you guys are interested in the Billy Goat Tales NFT. Link is now pinned to the top of the chat to the YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out on Sunday when they mint. If not, Tony D dropped the link, BillyGoatTales.io, if you guys just want to go mint that NFT. So there you go. With all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for today's live stream. Have a great weekend. Go touch some grass. Sleep. Do something. That's all I got. Frank Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out.